Rise of the Tomb Raider is fast approaching a PC release, as of course it's coming out on January 28th, which is next Thursday, so at the time of recording it's less than a week away. And Nvidia have already published a preliminary article showing how some GPUs perform in the game, as well as what GPUs they're recommending for various resolutions and of course 60 FPS. Now, as I said, this is a preliminary article. They of course will be doing their full breakdown report on the day of release, which as I said is January 28th, and of course their full report, which has lots of tasty graphs and screenshots and lots more detailed information, will be linked in the description below. But what do they recommend? Well, if you want 1080p 60, which is of course what a high percentage of people are going to be going for, Nvidia are recommending a GeForce GTX 970 for 1080p 60 on high. Whereas if you wish to crank it up to 1440 at 60 FPS, you'll need to use a GTX 980 Ti. Now, I know some of you are going to ask, well, what about their other settings? Just knowing the GPU is great and all, but we need to know what else there is. Well, apparently they use an Intel Core i7-3770K, 6GB of RAM and Windows 10. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, how exactly did they come to this conclusion? And well, they have actually listed this in their blog, which I will post again in the description below. And this is what they had to say, quote, "To determine the recommended Nvidia graphics card, Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics leveraged our experienced team of testers who located a 2-minute repeatable segment of the expansive game that was graphically demanding and representative of the other graphically intensive moments of the game. With further testing, our technical marketing team concluded that a 60 FPS average during this particularly demanding scene on the high detail preset delivered the best balance between graphical fidelity, input responsiveness and performance in all of Rise of the Tomb Raider's gameplay, locations and cutscenes." So there you have it. That is their preliminary report. As I said, on the day of release they will be releasing a rather, shall we say, more complete report. So I would, if you're unsure still, what sort of resolution and frame rate you can expect on your setup, I would wait and see for reviews and PC port videos and whatnot, and of course AMD's and Nvidia's various recommendations. And of course the inevitable day one drivers as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.